From the Pubco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is OU Football with Jake Trotter. I'm Jenni Carlson. Our OU coverage is brought to you by The Loft in Norman. Jake, practice starts later this week. Players report Wednesday. Practices start Thursday. As OU prepares for this 2010 season, what in your mind are the biggest questions about this team?
Well, three off the top of my head. First, the big one, can the offensive line make improvement from last year? I think that is a major question mark, and I don't think anyone really knows, and we won't know until we get into the season opener against Utah State. I think Donald Stevenson has a chance to be a very good player at left tackle, but let's face it, he hasn't played a significant snap yet. Stephen Good has a lot of talent, but again, he's underachieved a little bit his first couple of years in Norman. Ben Habron's coming off the ankle injury. Tavares Jeffries and Tyler Evans were inconsistent last year, and the same really can be said for the right tackle situation with Corey Brandon and Jarvis Jones. And I think you ought to look for Eric Minsick, a guy who played very solidly for them late in the year, to make an impact too at right tackle.
So that's the big question. What are the other two questions in your mind?
Well, place kicking is a big question with this team. It's been a question for 2 years. Who's going to be the guy? I think it'll be a wide open competition. Patrick O'Hara is going to be the favorite going into camp, but you have Jimmy Stevens, you have a couple other walk-ons, you have Bryce Easley from Norman, who was sick last year and never really got into the competition. Tressway, even too, the punter, could make a run. This is something they got to figure out, because we saw last year there were a couple of games that came down to kicks. This is not the 2008 Sooners. They're not going to beat everyone 64-10. Right. They're going to have to win some close games. Can their kicking game help them?
Third question on your mind?
Well, Adrian Taylor. Adrian Taylor, the defensive tackle who broke his ankle in the Sun Bowl last year, had to be carted off. An injury so gruesome that CBS wouldn't replay the play on television. And I think Adrian Taylor is a big key for the front seven, because you look at the linebackers, you feel pretty good, especially with Travis Lewis leading that group. Defensive end, they're going to be fantastic with Jeremy Beal and Frank Alexander, but they're a little bit at defensive tackle because they don't have anyone who's played. Casey Walker hasn't played. Stacey McGee played a very little last year, and the Jamarcus McFarland, really his only major experience came in the Sun Bowl after Taylor got hurt. So they need Taylor to get back. If he doesn't get back, I'm not so sure that this front seven can really maximize and dominate the way that they could if Taylor was there.
All right, thanks, Jake. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman. Remember, our OU coverage is brought to you by The Loft in Norman.